Hello, and welcome to the C Show. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jared.
Welcome back, Jared.
Thank you.
We are kicking off another weekend of AEW coverage, specifically Forbidden Door, which we'll get to at the end of the show here. So stay tuned. This isn't me just, we're going to start off here with some big news. You probably saw it if you're in the circles and reading the dirt sheets. But Raja Jackson, son of UFC star Rampage Jackson, essentially did an attempted murder on an indie wrestler in LA Saturday night. It was, what I understand, here are my notes. First off, let's just put it as a time of recording, Monday, August 25th, quarter till 6 Eastern time. Psycho Stu is okay. Almost everything was recorded due to Raja's stream. Psycho Stu is an LA-based wrestler who uses wrestling to help with his PTSD, which he developed while in the U.S. Army. There is some research supporting the benefits of a controlled high-risk environments that helps with this sort of therapy. It's like immersion therapy. The spot was planned beforehand. What was going to happen was Raja and Psycho Stu were going to have an altercation outside, and then the in-ring thing was going to happen. The in-ring spot was going to happen. Allegedly, Raja had a concussion less than 2 weeks ago. Rampage says in the half-assed apology, says that he should not have been involved in the first place. So Stu attacked him with a fake beer can outside the show. Raja, I saw a video before we started recording. Raja said that after getting attacked with the beer can, he was going to actually attack Psycho Stu. And outside of kayfabe, Raja attacked Stu at the end of the match with a really dangerous suplex maneuver, and then just a fury of punches delivered. None of them were kayfabe. They were all just work or shoot punches, real life punches. Other wrestlers came in to pull Raja away. They were unaware of the situation. They were not aware of, is this real? Is this happening? What's kayfabe? What's not? Raja left the venue and Stu was taken to the hospital. Again, as of recording, Stu is stable. No charges have been pressed against Raja. Other things that have come up as of the time that I've written my notes: RVD, Rob Van Dam, is going to have a recap on his podcast as well. He tweeted that he said that he believes Raja and he's standing with Raja all the way.
Oh.
RVD, we just hope that's you trying to get some clicks. If not, we're a little worried about you. I'm trying to think what else is happening. Mr. Beast, the YouTube celebrity, said that he wanted to help support Psycho Stu in any financial way that he can. But Stu, we do really hope that you're okay. We're proud to support American Excellence Wrestling, which is based up in Lehigh Valley. We are sponsoring 2 wrestlers. I'll have an update about that at the end of the show. But part of that is typically when you sponsor a show, they give you tickets. They just give you comp tickets, which is really nice of them. And we are very proud to announce that here on the C Show, all 4 of the tickets that were being comped are being given to a veteran family. So we're making sure that a veteran family has just a nice, fun night out at American Excellence Wrestling later in September. So yeah, that's Psycho Stu and Raja Jackson. The whole thing was recorded. The whole thing was streamed on Kick. If you're not familiar with Kick, it's a more aggressive Twitch, essentially. A lot of people who get kicked off of Twitch go to Kick because it's a lot more lax with the rules. Aiden Ross, who gave a wrapped Cybertruck to the president, Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah. A bad guy.
Yes. Not a nice person. Is a big Kick streamer.
And Raja, if I'm not mistaken, has already been kicked off Kick as well.
He has already been banned off of Kick, which is good to see as well there.
Good to have some morals.
Some morals. Some backbone. Whew. But yeah, we'll have more updates on that, hopefully. And again, if we do hear about any sort of way that people can give to Psycho Stu and his family to help support them in this time, we will definitely put that out on our socials. So some things from WWE that I wanted to cover since, we did do some AEW coverage before we switched over. Just want to keep it up. I know some people are still watching. Naomi, the update here is according to Vice.com. Naomi was scheduled to defend against Stephanie Vicaire at Clash in Paris on August 31st. Quote, Naomi, congratulations. Vicaire said confidently, you just want a free pass to hell because in Paris, you are going to face La Primera and I'm going to become the new champion, end quote. This is not going to happen now because Naomi is actually pregnant. It was reported as an injury. Some thought she was rolling around on her suitcase cart and bumped into something. But are you familiar with Naomi's social posts?
I'm not, but mazel tov to her.
Oh my god. But she would post stuff about her husband, Big Jim Uso, and how Big Jimmy Uso can get it, and how he owns it. And it was very clear. She was like, yes, we are engaged in a healthy physical relationship. Congratulations, mazel tov.
For more than one reason.
For more than one reason. I also wanted to cover WrestlePalooza. So this is going to be happening during October's AEW All Out, which is being held up in Toronto. It's going to be the first WWE premium live event pay-per-view to be on ESPN. All of the weekly program is still shifting over to Netflix in the US. This is really going to be a test run for ESPN and their premium live event. I feel like they're going to test it with the WWE and WrestlePalooza here, use it as an event to trot out Cena and draw people into the platform. I just think it's there's a whole other podcast we can do about the streaming wars. I think it's really interesting that the WWE is counter programming AEW. I think that it says a couple of different things. It's not only Tony Khan reportedly is a big fan of ECW, and WrestlePalooza is an old ECW title. And so are they using this to mess with Tony Khan? It would completely make sense. And then the other thing is just, this is classic diversion tactics from the WWE. They used to do this. I mentioned in the Twin Tragedies of Vern Gagne. They used to do this to the AWA. They would host a show the night before in the same venue for $2-3 cheaper with bigger names. Guess which show people would go to. So I think this really shows that the WWE is concerned about their place in the wrestling world. We're going to talk about it here in a minute, but AEW broke a record at the O2. Tony Khan at the press huddle afterwards was talking about how they're already breaking gate records for AEW internal records for All Out in Toronto. So I don't know. I think now's a really good time to be a wrestling fan, right?
I mean, it's been great to see I don't know why they wouldn't call it 19,000. I'm going to call it 19,000. 19,000 fans, boisterous, all into it, singing. Yeah, no, it's a moment for sure.
Indeed. As a wrestling fan, as a mark, you get a lot of choices. And we want to thank you for listening to The C Show. Welcome back to the C Show. We're talking about AEW Dynamite on August 20th. We start off the show with Bryan Danielson joining us on commentary. You recognize this during Forbidden Door, but listener, you may also know Bryan Danielson as Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I kept looking at him being like, I know that guy, and I think his name is wrong.
My dyslexic ass was just like, that's just the same. That's just the same.
It's the same guy.
It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. He's the best. Yes, yes, yes. He's out here with Tony Schiavone. And Hangman Page, instead of, getting off the plane, getting off the PJ, getting out of a private car or whatever, he gets off of the train. He gets off of the light rail in Glasgow. Incredible. An incredible show. We've got the Death Riders versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jet Speed. We've also got AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Alex Windsor versus Mercedes Moné. Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena in a tag team match preview for Forbidden Door. And then also the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament Finals, FTR versus Bro Dito. And also Will Ospreay and Moxley to face off. Speaking of, Will Ospreay comes out first.
I'll do anything for a sausage roll chant.
Yes, you murder the Yanks at drinking because you live on a shit little island. You can't go toe-to-toe. I would love to see somebody from Newcastle go toe-to-toe with a 19-year-old from the University of Alabama on a Saturday in the fall. Like 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.?
Yeah, your average fraternity's always got one overweight guy who just has inhuman capabilities.
Yeah, so the English can whatever. Ospreay says that he's not medically cleared for Forbidden Door. However, he will leave everything in this ring. He's got his boys, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi. He wants revenge. From whom? From Moxley and the Death Riders. The Long Walk from outside, of course. While Moxley and Ospreay face off, Claudia and Yuta, slaphead and a geezer that need a haircut. Don't have your boys do it. Do it yourself. And out come Jet Speed in a match against the Death Riders. Any thoughts about this other than the sausage roll chant?
Go America, even though it's terrible.
Things are not great, but at least it's better than England.
I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I believe it 100%. That's the American way.
Yes, it is. We can do better, and we will be better eventually.
I doubt it.
What's your move of the match here?
Oh, I just like, delivery. Did somebody order a bag of Darby Allin?
That's at the end here. What a great tease. But my move of the match here is the Speedball Bailey getting a reverse moonsault on Moxley, and then Tanahashi Sling Blade on Wheeler Yuta. Gabe Kidd and the War Dogs come out to interfere midway through the match. The War Hogs, they're a Bullet Club subgroup. New Jersey.
I think it in my head every time. New Jersey Pro Wrestling. Snooki holds all the belts.
every time I see NJ, New Jersey.
For sure.
So the Bullet Club subgroup, New Japan Pro Wrestling representatives. Gabe Kidd is a mercenary from New Japan, brought in by Moxley. Ospreay does have the body bag, or he went into Gorilla with somebody and then comes back out with a body bag. So Jet Speed hit a stereo outside flip before Tanahashi hits a moonsault. 1, 2, 3, pin and win for Jet Speed and Tanahashi before it all breaks down. It's 7-on-3. Will Ospreay taunting with Shafir in the body bag. But is it Mina Shafir of the Death Riders? The Young Bucks come out. Stereo super kicks on Will. And the Conglomeration come out as well. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. But it turns out Jared's move of the match, it was Darby Allin in the bag the whole time.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? Allin goes up on Moxley, drawing blood immediately, and the Ops come out, Samoa Joe just throwing people around. This is dragged off the ramp and onto the floor. Joe bites Moxley for a bit of his own medicine, a drop of his own medicine. Allin drops in off the stands, what the fuck, with a coffin drop off the mezzanine. Speaking of a coffin drop off the mezzanine, what's in the movies right now? Have you seen anything good lately?
I just saw Nobody 2.
Yeah.
It's a popcorn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit back, a tight hour and a half. You got, a little bit of everything, just good old violence.
Some other movies at the AMC that you can go see right now include Weapons by Zach Kreger, the incredible follow-up to Barbarian. This is both a Charlie and Jared pick here. Coming out this Friday, we've got Caught Stealing, the new picture from Darren Aronofsky, featuring the one, the only Austin Butler, and a non-Elvis accent. And from the special releases department, we've got Prince Sign of the Times releasing August 28th, right after this episode releases. So if you use this deal, it directly supports the show. So visit linktr.ee/C-Show-pod or click on the link in the description to access this deal on behalf of your friends at the C Show.
You should do it. When Nicole Kidman walks out, I about lose my mind.
We come here to feel something.
Because here they are.
The movies. Again, T's and C's apply. Please make sure to read the fine print. Tony Schiavone brings out the R-rated superstar, Adam Copeland. AEW production really gets it. They don't cut the music off. They just fade it out really well. The crowd keeps going. Cage comes out. Schiavone interviews the pair. They are one of the greatest tag teams of all time, but let's face it, Christian's an asshole. Cope says, sometimes you need an asshole. And the camera punches in on Christian. He's my asshole. Cope wishes he phrased that a little differently. Has Christian found himself? I don't need to change a thing. I'm perfect the way I am. This is a reunion of necessity. Cope will help Christian with his Nick and Kip problem, and Christian will assist with the FTR issue. I will shake your hand. They shake hands. Well. Isn't this cute? Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne come out, and Mama Wayne has a message from Nick. Nick was hit with Spike. Nick's foot is now broken and has put him out for weeks, has taken him out a forbidden door. Nick would have loved to turn this reunion of necessity into a farewell tour. In a dingy medical facility, Killswitch, or Luchasaurus, is awoken. Luchasaurus walks out from Gorilla down the ramp. They call him Killswitch on Sunday, so pick a name. Cage attacks Mama Wayne, but Cope gets chokeslammed by Luchasaurus. Cage also gets chokeslammed, and Killswitch gets out. Killswitch, Luchasaurus, gets out of the costume that he had coming into the ring. We cut to backstage, and Mark Briscoe is going to find and kill MJF. Ricochet is also backstage with the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leona. They are shirtless, of course, just wearing vests. MJF approaches before Ricochet can get anything out. MJF mentions that the idea of being bald gives him agita. Agita, again, is a form of heartburn, usually caused by a lot of tomatoes and vinegar in the diet.
Not cool, MJF. Look, I'm an MJF guy, but we got to be nice to our bald brothers. Not everyone can have the Plainview, Long Island curly hair of me and MJF. Shout out to him, but be nice. Be nice.
What would happen, pray tell? MJF asks. Instead of Mark Briscoe finding us, what if we find him first? Then they shoo the camera out of the way to plan further. Back in the ring, we've got FTR versus Brotito. This match is the final for an eliminator tournament. The winners will face the Hurt Syndicate for the tag team title at Forbidden Door. So FTR, again, is Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. A reminder, Cash Wheeler has hair, Dax Harwood does not. Brotito is Bandito, who has a mask, and Brody King. If you don't know if you can't discern who Brody King is out of the guy with the mask and the 6'9" guy, you got a problem. You got bigger problems than wrestling. What's your move of the match here?
Oh, I liked Hardwood had King up on the top rope, hit the avalanche suplex, followed by Wheeler's big splash. That's a lot of man to fall that far.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, seriously. Brody King and FTR throwing themselves around was intense. This whole match was great. It did have a 30-minute time limit. And, I mean, wow. My move of the match here was Brody's Crimson Mask. I mean, I'm not sure if he cut himself. I'm not sure if he bladed himself or if this was just an accident. But, I mean, his face is just dripping with blood. It's TBS. It's like 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, folks. Bandito's flip out of the ring is... FTR combination assault on Bandito nearly gets the pin. Dax wants to superplex Bandito, but they trade chops, and Bandito's able to push out to the mat. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to just cut up here to the 5 minutes remaining. The 5-minute warning. The 3 minutes, even into the 2-minute warning, are crazy. On the apron, FTR hit a split power splash and pile driver. Bandito flipped off the top turnbuckle. Bandito moonsault with no one home. DDT by Bandito, and Cash is held back by Dax and kept him from being pulled by Bandito. Shatter Machine by FTR. Brody breaks up the pin. With the 1-minute warning, FTR grabs the table, puts it against the barricade. 30 seconds remaining. Cash sent through the barricade, and Dax gets the same treatment. A Brody crossbody against the barricade. No one home. Cash self-arm dive through the ropes. Brody crashes through the table. The bell rings. The match is over. A 21 superplex by Bandito. He thinks he's won. The time limit has expired. It's a draw. Through an earpiece, Tony Khan made it official. It's a triple threat for the AEW World Tag Team Championship against the Hurt Syndicate. As they come out, we hurt people. We hurt people. I totally forgot to mention, I can give you a ride home after this.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know how you planned to do that, and I totally forgot to offer that. But I can totally give you a ride home after this.
All right.
So that you don't have to worry about that.
That'd be nice.
Yes. Of course.
Keep it in.
What'd you think of this match?
Oh, the 30-minuter?
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy. I mean, I don't think I ever remember seeing a match run that long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love watching Brody King wrestle. I mean, it's impressive, the athleticism he shows at his size. I mean, that man could be a starting left tackle in the NFL. Easily
be playing in the NFL.
I mean, to be doing everything he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
And just continuing in my learning, the details, I really like the 21 plex. That's a great move.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a great match. I don't know if I've ever seen, or I don't remember seeing, a time limit on a match before.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it ended with the concept of a 3-way tag team was just super cool.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll talk more about that when we get to Forbidden Door. You'll see phenomenal teaser for that in our Go Home Dynamite. Next up, we've got Hangman Adam Page, the son of a tobacco farmer. MJF jumped me, he claims. It's not how he handles things. The backstabbing, opportunistic. He does not have the balls to do things like that. MJF does not have the balls to do things head on. It's a waste of time to call MJF out, to get the piss beat out of him. Hangman will stick his size 12 ostrich leathers up his checkered ass. Mac's music starts playing, but where is Max? MJF is backstage with the camera. Shivani warns that if Hangman leaves the ring, something bad will happen. MJF reveals that he has Mark Briscoe tied up. MJF has 3 simple requests. 1. The title can change hands via countout or disqualification rather than just pinfall. And then the last demand, he does not have to use the Casino Gauntlet contract. MJF gives him until the count of 5. Page agrees, and Hangman runs up the ramp with a chair. Backstage, Ricochet is the first victim. Security tells him that they're already gone. A Scottish jobber gets hit, and the Gates of Anarchy come running in. Excalibur explaining the situation. Danielson thinks that MJF won't win on Saturday, hence this new stipulation where he won't use the Casino Gauntlet contract. He'll be able to retain it and use it in the future.
It's a good stipulation, and all he had to do was threaten immolation.
Threaten immolation. Is it? Oh, yeah. I don't want to Google that right now. That'll get me put on a list. Our main event of the evening, in a preview of the fatal 4-way match, the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Alex Windsor in a tag team match versus TBS champion Mercedes Moné and Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athene. and Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena.
That sounds right.
I saw the Luigi and I saw the Athena, my dyslexic ass. Athena waves off Billy Starks. She's all good. What's your move of the match here?
Oh, I liked Athena's torpedo dive out of the ring. Seemed like they were on shaky footing, and that was their first real moment of teamwork. Torpedo dive, very effective. That is a 15-yard penalty in the NFL. You can't do that. You can't lead with the head.
That's the one. That's the high speed onto the desk on Windsor.
Yeah. With what's her name? With the
Monet holding
well,
the
yes,
ropes.
with Monet in her wonderful American outfit holding open the ropes while Athena dove headfirst, torpedo style.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost my move of the match. I mean, I really love a Blue Thunder bomb. Windsor pulls one off on Monet, and I also love that Tony Storm's move is the TCM chicken wing. Turner Classic Movies chicken wing. So, and then Athena hits a pile driver on Tony on the steps. Windsor just taking even tougher hits. Windsor has Monet in the sharpshooter, but the ref warns her that it's not legal in this situation. Athena comes over off the top rope, flips on Alex Windsor. It's 1, 2, 3, and it's over out of nowhere. Tony getting medical attention. Mercedes faces off against Persephone from CMLL, the Lucha Libre organization from Mexico. What a show.
Athena's closer, by the way?
Yes.
Called the O-Face.
Nice.
It's a, the springboard stunner-esque ordeal off the top rope. That she calls that the O-Face. That's what they called it in the recap on the thing, and I looked it up, and I saw somebody posted on like the wrestling subreddit from like 12 years ago. It's like, this is a wrestler called Athena. I think she has a really cool finisher called the O-Face.
From 12 years ago?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, oh, damn. Maybe it was like 7 years ago. I don't know. But it was many years ago.
But a hell of a go-home show here. You know, we've got the face-off between Jet Speed and the Death Riders, the preview of the four-way women's match, and then that tag team match going to the full time limit, and, Tony Khan making it a full three-way match for the World Tag Team title, leading up to a lot of cool things for Collision on Saturday night, which we'll talk here about in a moment here on The C Show. Welcome back to the C Show. We're talking about AEW Collision and talk a little bit about Countdown to Forbidden Door as well. We start off the show with Don Callis introducing Hechicero. Don Callis does say, "Yo soy Hechicero," which means I am Hechicero. It's okay, Don. It's okay. But they say Americans are dumb. Huh? You said I am Hechicero. You're not Hechicero. You're Don Callis. Ian Riccoboni joins commentary. Ian is an Allentown native from
Shout out
from Salisbury High alumni. He also has degrees from NYU, Lehigh, and Penn universities.
Nerd.
I know, but I had to shout him out. He went
That's pretty good.
I'm pretty stacked, honestly. Our first match of the evening is the Don Callis family versus Skyflight and Hiromu Takahashi. My move of the match is probably the Martin brothers of Skyflight, along with Scorpio Sky. Get Lance Archer up for the vertical suplex. For reference, Lance is 6'8", 289 pounds.
Shoo.
Uh-huh. Skyflight then hit a suicide dive outside of the ring, and Hiromu suplexes Rocky Romero from the Don Callis family. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Skyflight and Hiromu win. Kyle Fletcher comes out ready for tomorrow against Takahashi. Fletcher says his TNT title isn't going anywhere. We then have a Hook stop-motion action figure pre-tape promo. It's on a framed FTR belt. The FTW title was Taz's title during the ECW days. FTW meant fuck the world. Hook is Taz's son. Hook retired the FTR title. He changed it to FTR coming into AEW. Kind of a tease. Is this coming back? Are we going to get another hardcore title in AEW? I'm really excited about this. When Connor's back on the show in a few weeks, we're going to have more to talk about for sure. We get a preview for the Fatal 4-Way. I guess it's not a Fatal 4-Way because this is AEW. It's just a 4-way match of Mercedes Moné, Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla from CMLL and Stardom, respectively. For the old heads in the room or the more experienced heads in the room, Bozilla is Ulf Hermann's daughter from Germany. We'll have way more to talk about her once we get to Forbidden Door. We then lead into another match featuring two of the AEW Women's Division's finest, Isla Dawn versus Megan Bayne with Penelope Ford. Isla Dawn is from Glasgow, big pop for the hometown gal. Isla making her AEW debut on Collision Saturday night. She was released by the WWE earlier this year. Bayne makes it difficult for her. The finish here is a powerbomb by Bayne. 1, 2, 3, pin and win. Really disappointing for Isla. Isla? I think it's Isla. But as that match finishes up, really a filler, a hot dog match, if you will, Willow Nightingale comes running down the ramp. Connor's not here to say it. I will mention it, but I told him that I had $20 on his wife being a big fan of Willow Nightingale. And then he texted me. He's like, yeah, my wife likes Willow Nightingale a lot. And I was like, okay, where's my $20? Connor, where's my $20?
For the record, my moves of the match are all of Charlie's moves of the match. Because I completely agree with him on everything here. Mm-hmm. And I just don't want to belabor the point because I am so excited for Forbidden Door and not at all because I was sitting in box seats at the Phillies game and had no idea there was a Saturday night collision. That is ridiculous. I don't know who would even say that or think that. I want to support the quick listening of you all, the fans. Hi, Dad.
I'm just imagining going to the box seats at Citizens Bank Park, which are very nice, and being like, well, it's 8 p.m., AEW Collision's on, and changing the TV in there.
My guy Keith in Suite 10 would have done it for me. Keith, if you're listening, you're a dog. Shout out for getting my wife a Sprite.
Oh, shout out to sweet workers everywhere. Speaking about sweet workers, it's Willow Nightingale and Queen Aminata versus the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Listen, I didn't write it down because I was like, I know what Jared's move of the match here is going to be. If Queen Aminata's in the ring, what's her signature move, Jared?
Oh, I've heard now that she did the chocolate kisses.
She did the chocolate kisses.
I will be going back and rewatching.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a fun visual move. As Willow throws the finish here is Willow throwing Julia Hart out of the ring, tries to kick her off the apron. Hart catches and slams her against the apron. Aminata running knee into Sky Blue into the cover. 1, 2, 3, pin and win. Aminata stares into the camera and Thekla, the toxic spider, attacks. Willow gets involved and brings her into the corner. Penelope Ford comes in with Harley Cameron taking out Ford. Cameron dealing with Bayne and Ford. Megan Bayne somehow returned. Bayne with the overhead throw and Chris Statlander now in to finish the fight. But backstage, Lexi Nair interviews 2.0, Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. Angelo Parker had lost to Technical Spectacle, and Matt Menard was there to support him. Matt Menard reminds us that being a better friend is more important than winning. And who's a better friend to you than your dog, right? The farmer's dog.
That's right.
The Farmer's Dog is a service that delivers gently cooked, freshly made pet food with balanced recipes, guided by science, and driven by love. It's human-grade dog food, folks, for your family's furriest members. Like, literally, you can eat this if you'd like. How it works, you build your plan. I'm sure they don't like me saying that. How it works, build your plan. You simply tell them a little bit about your dog, and they will create a plan with personalized portions to meet their unique nutritional and caloric needs. You'll try it out. You'll get your first box with up to 2 weeks of freshly made food. If you and your dog love it, you're all set. You'll start receiving boxes of food automatically whenever you're running low. You get free and flexible deliveries, nationwide shipping across the U.S., eco-friendly packaging, and around-the-clock customer service. Order now through our link in the show description to get 50% off your first box. Remember, if you use our link, linktr.ee/cshowpod, or click on the link in the description, you're directly supporting the C Show.
It's hard to beat human-grade dog food.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody who went to a college whose cafeterias were run by Sodexo, I'm more used to dog-grade human food. And I gained lots of weight eating it, and I did it just fine, but your dog doesn't deserve that life. Your dog deserves better than a college freshman.
And listen, Sodexo, if you want us to take this episode down, you can click on the link in the description and get 50% off your first box. The Farmer's Dog.
Yeah, and then I'll make fun of Aramark instead.
Thanks. And back to the show. Speaking of shows, it's the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max Caster. If you remember, Platinum Max Caster comes out every Collision and during some pay-per-views. And he has an open challenge to the roster where he challenges a member of the roster to last 5 minutes with him in the ring. He loses every single time. Max brags that Shibata could not have lasted 5 minutes, shook his hand because he respects Max. He gets the crowd going, "Let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler alive."
Really flows off the tongue.
It's so good. Zack Sabre Jr. is the one to come out. Now, if you're remembering, Nigel McGuinness is going to face off against Zack Sabre Jr. tomorrow night. Zack is the holder of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which is the title from the Japan Pro Wrestling. Max, I don't think, has held anything in AEW. And again, Nigel McGuinness won that four-way match in the technical spectacle. So, to put it bluntly, Max is fucked. This is really highly technical. In a little less than 2.5 minutes, Zach just twists up Max's left arm, just toying with him, and puts him into the abdominal stretch, and Max taps out with 2:38 left on the clock. Zach comes over to taunt Nigel with the title at the commentary desk. Nigel offers to shake Zach's hand. Zach pauses for a minute, but Nigel ends up holding on to the handshake. Anthony Bowen comes to attack Max Caster. The crowd cheers for Max, but Bowen beats down. Billy Gunn is now here to set things straight. Gunn, Bowen's manager, is telling him to back off both Max and Gunn. Backstage, Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron are talking about Chris. And Harley mentions that nobody does puppets anymore. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what's going on in the WWE right now. Before we switched over, I'm still a big fan of this guy, Mr. Iguana.
I'm not.
He's green and black face paint. First of all, he's from the state in Mexico that has the highest population of iguanas. So, like, it's just like the thing.
He's an iguana.
He's an iguana. But he has a hand puppet named La Yesca. And La Yesca really does most of the fighting.
I prefer my hand puppets to be made out of socks.
Mr. Sacco, the classic. Santino Marella's, obviously, is a popular one. Marella and Iguana faced off recently. But also Alexa Bliss. At Triple Mania, a co-production between the WWE and AAA down in Mexico. Finn Balor debuted Demonito, who is another puppet-based character, right? So we're starting to see all these puppets sort of come back in, and we don't have a puppet character in AEW, and that's okay. Saturation is a bad thing sometimes. Chris is worried, though. She has not received her $100,000 from the other week. It's supposed to be coming out of the Young Bucks' salary. Harley knocks on the door for the male extras and walks in, and Harley says it'll be there next week. The Death Riders approach, and Moxley goes inside the room. After a moment, he comes back out. He's got a cash bag for Chris and walks away. Wheeler Yuta, you suck. We then have a real tall versus small match in Tomohiro Ishii versus Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis. Tomohiro Ishii is the Stone Pitbull, and Takeshita. I mean, this was an incredible match. Real quick, my move of the match is Takeshita hitting a powerbomb and putting Ishii out, and Callis comes to the ring to celebrate with Takeshita after the win. In a quick match, we've got Big Bill with Brian Keith and Mark Andrews. I really don't have anything there. This is literally like a 2-minute match. Not much else to say about here. Because leading up into it, we've got the Gates of Agony with Ricochet, it's Bishop Khan and Toa Leona versus the grizzled young veterans of James Drake, the guy with the hair, and Zach Gibson, the bald one.
Who were being nice to MJF.
My move of the match here is near the finish. Gibson has Leona in a submission hold. Drake jumps from the top turnbuckle and goes across the ring to Leona's face. Bishop Khan getting a lung blower from Gibson. Holy shit. The veterans do another brutal move on Bishop Khan, who somehow kicks out. Drake lands his knee the wrong way, and Gates of Agony take advantage. They open the gates on Gibson, and it's 1, 2, 3. Ricochet slides into the ring to celebrate. Backstage, the War Dogs, whatever, farm animals of war, Lana, are backstage. They have like a cipher sort of thing where they just each talk to the camera. Okay, Gabe Kidd can't stand the fakes and the phonies. He had to call in some real dogs to take care of the bitches. Clark Connors, they want the baddest because they are the baddest. Drilla Maloney reminds you to be aware of the dogs. Woof, 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 woof.
Yep.
Our main event of the evening is a face-off between two veteran tag teams of Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, and the Young Bucks of Rod and Todd. Now you may be wondering, wait, isn't that Matt and Nick Jackson, the former EVPs of AEW and two of the co-founders of the company? Yeah, but like they're kind of nerds. So they come out, and instead of on the nameplate, instead of it saying Matt and Nick Jackson, it says Rod and Todd, like Rod and Todd Flanders. And I forgot to get the clip, but I wanted to get the clip of, I think it's Rod going after the hurricane takes away the Flanders home. And he's wearing the Butthole Surfer shirt. And he goes, I'm a surfer.
I'm a surfer. Look, Daddy, Todd is stupid, and I'm with him.
Look, Daddy, I'm a surfer.
They're not having good luck with their entrances.
No. Rod reminds us to have some respect for the founding fathers of AEW and tries to lock up Kyle O'Reilly into a cover, but O'Reilly turns it around. The end of this match is Nick Jackson being slammed into Kyle O'Reilly's knees by Roderick Strong, Paragon getting their shot, and a pin on Nick, but Matt breaks it up. Nick receives a backbreaker from Roderick Strong. Don Callis comes rolling in. What does this Canuck dope want? Okada's here and takes out Roderick Strong, and the Young Bucks super kick to Kyle O'Reilly. Another combo move by the Bucks on Kyle O'Reilly, and 1, 2, 3, it's over. Okada comes back into the ring to help brutalize Paragon, but whose house is it? Okada rolls out from facing off against Swerve Strickland, and the Young Bucks attack, but Swerve defends himself handily. Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. Okada comes in, slamming the knee of Swerve Strickland, a preview for Forbidden Door the next night. What'd you think about Collision Saturday night?
I mean, I just, of all the collisions I've watched, this was definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I for sure put it on TV and sat through it. I did not watch it at all. And it was great. I loved it. It really explained a lot about some of the things from Forbidden Door that I previously didn't understand. And I know that timeline doesn't make sense, but that's fine. And yeah, it was great. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't watch it. I know I was... Look, I got to keep it real with you. I know you were all believing what I was saying, but I just didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Jared. We still love you. But we'll talk more about Forbidden Door here on The C Show. Welcome back to The C Show, folks. I'm Charlie.
And I'm still Jared.
Who knows who's going to pop in. I'm going to put it out here, just like on wax, because I haven't done the vision board for The C Show yet. I've done vision boards. My therapist listens occasionally. And I've done vision boards and stuff, but I think right now a long-term goal of ours should be a brand partnership with Dave & Buster's, because if you're not familiar, Dave & Buster's shows all AEW pay-per-view events at Dave & Buster's. So you can just go there and eat all the potato skins, and trying to think is there any specific food that that Dave & Buster's has?
All the food at Dave & Buster's is good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Shout out to Dave & Buster's. I love you. And if your guy doesn't win a match, you can throw little balls at the furry guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And knock them over, get some of that aggression out of you.
Oh, that's so smart, Jared. Oh, my gosh.
And just come back, you reset, you play some knock hockey, you shoot some bucks. And and that's what keeps you grounded.
And if you get really frustrated by something, you can even go play some Dance Dance Revolution and really sweat it out there. I love it. So yeah, the one thing though, bring back skee ball, bring back pinball. Thank you. Do want to remind folks that Forbidden Door is a co-production with New Japan Pro Wrestling, not New Jersey Pro Wrestling. It features talent from Stardom and CMLL. Stardom is an all-women's promotion from Japan, and then CMLL is a Mexican promotion, similar level to AAA. So, think about this kind of analogous to what AAA and the WWE have been doing recently. So there is a Japanese announcer ringside. This was a wonderful treat. Some thoughts from 0 Hour. Don Callis is lizard person Paul Heyman, and no, I will not elaborate further. Queen Aminata pulled out chocolate kisses on 0 Hour. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale quickly becoming favorites. Harley Cameron is hysterical. Lexi Nair interviews the Young Bucks, but they start harassing a production guy. Okay. They want their old song, the correct nameplate, and gives him an assignment. They give him a small white bag, canvas bag, and they say, fill this with all sorts of dangerous stuff from London streets. Broken glass, thumbnails, nails, all the like. Road gravel, etc., etc. And then before the show starts off, Dr. Martha Hart, the widow of Owen Hart, comes out alongside OJ Hart and Tony Khan, to talk about the Hart Foundation, the Owen Hart Foundation, and what they do, how much money they've helped raise together. Really just a nice moment. R.I.P. Owen. And the Harts let everyone know that they are supporting Hangman Adam Page. Our first match of the evening is Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus Killswitch or Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian with Mother Wayne. The crowd has a huge pop for Cope. AEW sound actually gets it. Again, they fade out the song. They let the crowd sing along. Dang. Talk about Mother.
That's right.
Yeah, she was looking good. She was looking good.
Respectfully.
Yes. Thank you, Soy Sauce Sports. Some hell yeah is here. The kill switch gimmick is incredible. Cage doesn't want to face him. He tags in Cope. Kill switch chokeslam on the apron. Mother Wayne consoling Kip Sabian ringside while Cope brutalized by Kill Switch in the middle of the ring. Cage watches on. Kill Switch and Sabian were teaming up to suplex Cope, but he ends up spearing Kip off of Kill Switch's shoulders. Do you have any hell yeahs before we get into the finish?
Yeah. Hell yeah, Cope's ability to just slide in and out of the ring tactically.
Mhm.
That was very cool. And hell yeah to Kip on Kill Switch's shoulders. Kill Switch and Kip, form of Vincent Adult Man. That'll be one rated R movie ticket, please. AMC specifically. Yeah.
Use link in the description.
Hell yeah, Kill Switch. Dude is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Terrifying. I loved it.
Phenomenal. Cope gets the spear on Kill Switch. Cage choke slam. Cope spear for the pin. 1, 2, 3. I mean, my main thoughts from this match are Cope and Cage look great together. The in-match storytelling of Cage's fear of Kill Switch was fantastic.
It was. I mean, that was a great finisher.
The official time for that match was 13 minutes and 45 seconds. Moving on, we've got Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis and Lance Archer against Hiromu Takahashi in a singles match for the AEW TNT Championship. Now, a reminder, the TNT Championship is usually contested on Saturday nights during Collision on TNT, but tonight we've got a special matchup of Fletcher against Hiromu Takahashi. A quick note about the TNT Championship: the two inner side plates feature Tara on Techwood, Tara, 1050 Techwood Drive in Atlanta, the original home of TNT, the cable channel. Walker Stewart and, quote, the odious Don Callis join commentary. At one point, Don Callis reads off his dating profile. He says, quote, I like my men to be strong. I like my men to be lean. Some hell yeahs. Takahashi super poison Rana off the ropes, has Fletcher on the floor. Powerbomb off the apron by Takahashi, reversing Fletcher's attempt at a suplex. Takahashi clothesline sends Fletcher spinning. And then before we get into the finish, what are your hell yeahs?
Let's see here. Hell yeah to the announcer's concept that Hiromu is faster than Fletcher. Because as you can tell, Hiromu has got the ideal physical male body.
Yes. Optimal male physique.
Perfect physique. Hell yeah to the moment before the avalanche suplex off the top rope. Hiromu and Fletcher were in the perfect Titanic pose. I think they looked great together, even though I think Kyle Fletcher never looks great. It's a weird. I can't. I don't like looking at that man.
He kind of looks like bleached Sid from Toy Story.
Oh yeah, with a little more sadism. like a more sexual sadism.
Real Kenneth Auger action going on.
And then hell yeah to the back body slams as they were trading them. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Our finish here is Fletcher wants the Liger Bomb and Takahashi reverses it. Fletcher may not be selling his reaction there. Takahashi hits a vertical suplex, and how does Fletcher keep kicking out here? Fletcher and Takahashi flip tombstone piledriver positions before Fletcher hits the jumping tombstone piledriver. A sheer drop by Brainbuster by Fletcher to retain. A hell of a match here. Great commentary additions. I'm going to just say a Takahashi, an instant C-show favorite.
Always root for the soft body. But just tongue out, going crazy. That's my man right there.
We're going to figure out how to watch more New Japan Pro Wrestling. Next up, we've got a 4-way match for the AEW TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone from CMLL and Bozilla from Stardom. Monet had the 8 tower guards hold out her belts. So the guys had them on their shoulders. And then before Mercedes came out, they pushed him out. But the one guy in the front left didn't push out the belt. So he was just standing there and he was like, oh, whoops. And I think they all made fun of him backstage. I hope they did. Bozilla just towers over all of them. She's got at least a head over all of them. One of the first hell yes here is there is no champion's advantage for Mercedes. She does not need to be pinned. She does not need to even be in the ring to retain or to lose here tonight. Anyone can pin and win. What are your hell yes?
I got a few of them because this match was absolutely one of my favorites.
It was a banger.
Hell yeah to Mercedes failing a double whip on Windsor and Persephone, looking at them both in the eye and going, sorry? Hilarious. Hell yeah to Pozilla. I don't know if anyone saw this. She had someone's eyelash extension caught in her bangs.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was somebody else's. It's probably Mercedes.
Because I looked at her and I'm like, I think she has her eyelash. Pozilla's, I don't know, she's wearing eyelash extensions like that. Hell yeah to Windsor getting a double sharpshooter on Mercedes and Persephone, and then double hell yeah to Bozilla coming in and stepping on their hands so they couldn't tap. That's awesome. And then finally, a hell yeah to the quote, a German suplex, or as Bozilla would call it, just a suplex.
Einer suplex.
Ich bin einer suplex.
Some other ones from me, again, double German suplex by Bozilla. Persephone had an amazing performance. I would probably say she's like my MVP of the match. Mercedes rolling through the Tejeras attempt by Persephone. I misspelled Persephone so many times in my notes here. So if I mispronounce it here, please forgive me. The quadruple suplex off the top ropes.
Yeah, that was sick.
Oh my!
I knew you were gonna say that, so I didn't even say it.
Oh my goodness! The double sharpshooter, I'll second that. Bozilla's chokeslam on Persephone and then lining up Windsor and then goes for a moonsault. Bozilla is 6'1" and she does a moonsault like that. What? How?
21 years old.
21.
We get to watch a lot of her wrestling in the future, and I'm kind of lit on it.
It's like Roxanne Perez over in the WWE. She's like 23 and she's incredible. And it's like you have so much time and you are at the top level right now.
She's awesome.
The ceiling there is no ceiling anymore. It's amazing. At this point, I just write 10 out of 10. Monet counters a move by Bozilla and hits a Rana on the Giant German. Another hell yeah. Persephone hits a razor's edge on Bozilla. Shivani literally calls it there, the move of the match. But again, Persephone picks up Bozilla, throws her over her head, a la Rhea Ripley or Scott Hall or Damian Priest, perhaps, as we previously covered. Again, Shivani literally calling the move of the match. An incredible performance by Persephone. Windsor hits the sharpshooter on Persephone. It's broken up by Monet. Monet reversal on Persephone's roll-up for the pin to win. 1, 2, 3. Monet retains one of her 8 titles.
Didn't they say she had won one on Friday as well? It's 9?
It's 9 titles now. It's 9 titles.
What title did she even win?
A few weeks ago, she literally went to some small Polish promotion to win a title.
You know, that's basically the plot of the F1 movie, just saying. Wins F1 and then goes and races dune buggies on the beach.
That's the ending?
Yeah. Dude just loves to race.
Love racing. This packed match was 15 and a half minutes on the dot, so 15 minutes, 30 seconds. Next up, we've got a singles match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia. So, just a real quick, because you're like, Charlie, IWGP, what is that promotion? No. The IWGP is the in kayfabe, in New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's the organization that like oversees the production and like the wrestling, the like athletic championships, quote unquote, of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So if I was to give somebody an analogy of how that would work, it's like how the FA and the Premier League, kind of the same thing, but also not, because the FA adjudicates the Premier League, but the Premier League also tells the FA, hey, we're going to do this and you're going to suck it up. So, again, this is wrestling. It's all made up, folks. I thought Nigel was going to do the Jesse Ventura, Taz, Pat McAfee thing of competing as and then going back to the commentary table, but he just wrestled tonight. So my hell yeahs of this very technical match are really just Sabre having McGinnis in an armbar and finger bends. Nigel winds up the middle finger, the Philadelphia salute, and really Garcia's nonsense when near the end of this match here. But before we get to the finale or the finish of this match, what are your hell yeahs?
Early on, McGinnis had Sabre in a headlock, and I've never seen it. The perfect booty bump out. He built momentum, and he bounced that thing. He twerked out of a headlock. That's fantastic. And these are just two men who are known to digit manipulation.
To digit manipulation. A wonderful phrase. The finish here for this match is a Tower of London by Nigel McGuinness off the top rope. Zach gets his feet on the ropes to break up the pin. Sabre and McGuinness trade roll-up pins and then do it again before Sabre puts Nigel into a pin opportunity and the win 1-2-3 to retain. Before the next match, Tony Schiavone comes out to give us a special announcement, confirming 18,992 fans in attendance at the O2, largest wrestling attendance in O2 history. Now, Thekla and Queen Aminata are fighting backstage, dragging through Gorilla and onto the ramp, continuing on from 0 hour. The Triangle of Madness show up, and Thekla starts spider walking like Reagan in The Exorcist. But who comes out other than Jamie Hayter to protect Queen Aminata, Hayter returning from a lengthy injury. Next up, we've got a three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Brodito, Brody King and Bandito versus FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. What are your hell yeahs here, Jared?
First of all, just top level. Hell yeah to the concept of a three-way tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea how they were going to do this, and it was just super cool.
Yeah. So for those who are listening and maybe like, yeah, this was also my first three-way tag team match. So the way how this works is that there are 3 tag teams, so 6 wrestlers, but only 2 wrestlers in at a time. So another wrestler can tag in somebody from another tag team. And we were talking about this while we were watching Forbidden Door. But for instance, if you've got wrestlers A, B are on a team, C, D are on a team, and E, F are on another team, right? A and C are fighting against each other, and maybe C is really tired after B gets tagged in. He wants to tag in E or F so that they have to deal with this nonsense, and then they get tired out, right? So it's also a great way to show off a lot of different talent here, especially after Brodito and FTR went the full 30 minutes on Collision earlier. I know that you loved that, Jared.
Yeah, that's right. I that's my version of digit manipulation. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Let's see here. Hell yeah, Brody King using bonus action rage.
Mm-hmm.
Going full berserker mode. Getting all 3 actions and 3 attacks. It's great. Dude is a monster. Let's see here. Hell yeah to the FTR just not wanting to face Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Because that man's terrifying.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And hell yeah to New Jersey Japan Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Ninja Attack. It may have been Ricochet. That kind of ruined it for me. I wanted them to just be nameless assassins. But they kidnapped the Hurt Syndicate.
They did?
Not to give it away, but that's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of my hell yeahs here are Brody King driving Cash Wheeler down and then a powerbomb on Dax Harwood. The cannonball on FTR in the corner. Bobby Lashley and Brody facing off. Cash Wheeler's windmill punches are nothing for Brody. Bandito with the avalanche Samoan drop outside the ring, leaving all 6 wrestlers down on the floor. Lashley with the spear, Benjamin with the super kick. We heard people. We heard people. So, yes, the masked men in tracksuits, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the ninjas from NJPW, attack the Hurt Syndicate. But meanwhile, Stoke has a chair for Dax Harwood, but Bandito hits him with the super kick. There's a pipe now, and Cash eats an elbow from King. Dax has a chair. King kicks out. Ricochet and his cronies were the masked men, and Big Stoke had set it up to distract the Hurt Syndicate and potentially bring the titles home for FTR. Bandito knocks Cash off the top ropes. King avalanche suplex on Dax. Bandito gets the pin on Cash, botches it, and has to do it again. Bandito pin to win. 1, 2, 3. FTR denied. Brodito win, and our new champions. Big Stoke hangs his head in shame. Another fantastic match. I think they're really just trying to phase out the Hurt Syndicate. They were doing some stuff with MJF earlier this year, and then that kind of phased out. From what I've also read, they have not been very friendly colleagues either.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, come on now. I mean, look, that sucks because I like watching Bobby Lashley, but I also really like watching Brody King, so,
And
I can live with this.
Brody King, objectively a good guy. But yeah, a phenomenal match here, and some great storytelling inside the match. This was another 15.5-minute match. If I didn't mention it earlier, the Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness match was 17 minutes flat on the dot. We've got 4 matches left here. The first of these 4 are a singles match for the AEW Unified Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland. And we have a very special guest joining us on commentary, the one, the only, Jim Ross. Oh, God.
Hell yeah, JR.
Yeah, having JR on commentary feels like I have a lot of WW DVDs and have watched some older stuff, and like having JR on the call is phenomenal. It just like feels very natural. It feels like how wrestling should be.
I mean, for me, he was the guy in the highlight of the period that I watched wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was just nostalgic. It felt
sure.
right. And I just loved him being there. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is something that I'm sure Paul wishes he could cash in on, is having JR on commentary. But Swerve comes out in the Mr. Terrific inspired ring gear. Remember, use the link in description to go see Superman in theaters now. But again, Don Callis joins the call. In a early move here, Okada is thrown out of the ring by Swerve, and then the jumping moonsault after the kick off the apron. And a hell yeah from me. The crowd is interpolating Madness's Our House. Swerve's house in the middle of our street. Swerve's house.
I had that too.
That's great. Right after that, Okada baseball slide right into Swerve's head along the ring. Neck and knee injuries for Strickland, not to mention the embarrassment of kicking the camera while rolling out. I loved that. I love a production mishap. Okada dropping the elbow from the top rope and then reverse zoom. The reverse Joe Hendry there. We get a house call from Swerve with the snap kick to Okada's neck. Before we get to the finish here, what's your hell yes?
I think we kind of nailed it already. Swerve's house in the middle of the street. JR. This is my first time seeing Wardlow. I wouldn't want to be a security guy for AEW. They don't seem to get treated that well. I hope they have benefits.
On the other side of that, I would love to be an AEW security guard because it seems like you don't do much.
Yeah, those guys are actually pretty bad at their jobs.
They're really fucking bad at their jobs.
I mean, they don't deserve getting beaten up, 3 times in this event, including 0 Hour?
But maybe if you did your job.
Yeah, sure.
Connor would agree with me.
Do your job.
Do your job.
F you, Bill Belichick.
Listen, you have personal trauma with Bill Belichick. We're not getting into that. The knee breaker on the top turnbuckle on Strickland, and I think they're talking about how to wrap it up here. Strickland on his knees. Okada gives him the mercy to stand up himself. Swerve countering Okada's strong moves before a devastating kick to Okada. This whole match, Okada was targeting Swerve's knee. There was a point here where I think just straight up they were like, we have to wrap this up because my knee can't handle this. And Okada misses the house call, hits the clothesline, pin on Strickland to retain. 1, 2, 3. Okada's not done, though. He lines up Swerve's knee in the steps, and Prince Nana has a lead pipe, but Wardlow attacks Prince Nana and unleashes hell on Nana. Security attempts to restrain Wardlow. Wardlow, a 3-time TNT championship, has been sidelined since April 2024 with a knee injury, but Wardlow was the insurance policy. The Don Callis family unites on the ramp. The G1 champ Konosuke Takeshita approaches Wardlow. They face off, now family members. So I think also we're going to see here, we're going to talk about it with Will Ospreay in a minute, but this is something where you'll see wrestlers. We've talked about it previously. A big example recently that happened was during SummerSlam. Gunther bladed himself and then came out all bloody, and the reason that the WWE gave was, oh, he smacked his head against something, he needs to go get sinus surgery, he's going to be out for 5 months. Right. This had been an issue that he'd been dealing with for years, but he was just like, I want to get this done now. Let's figure out a way to like get this belt off of me, give it to Punk, who then gets cashed in on by Seth Rollins. But like, this is a way for them to be like, oh, okay, you know, Okada destroyed Swerve's knee, so now he has to go get it fixed and then rehabbed. And it's a good way to do it, honestly, rather than just like, he hurt his knee training or whatever. And like,
yeah, keep it in kayfabe. Mm-hmm. It's still real to me.
Thank you, Mr. Funk. Next up, we got a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Toni Storm versus Athena with Billy Starks. This is Athena's Casino Gauntlet Championship contract match, similar to the Money in the Bank contract. My hell yeahs are, of course, Athena running into Toni and the LED board. Of course, the glitches work. And then later, Toni grabbing her boot, Athena's boot, pulling her down, smacking her face, and then throwing her into the barricade. The percussive maintenance returning the picture to the video board.
Yeah, I had master of percussive maintenance.
Mm-hmm. Any other hell yeahs from you before we get to the finish here?
I'll keep it quick. I just really liked Athena's verbalizations throughout the match. Mm-hmm. The ref, she yells, "Don't tell me what to do!" And then, you know, it kind of bites her in the butt, but off with her head. You know, playing on the
Victorian getup,
on the shtick of Toni Storm to begin with. It was great.
Yeah. And then after that, that second hell yeah that I had, Athena was somehow able to kick out of the pin after the Storm Zero. Toni's makeup, the very Victorian makeup, is streaking. It's almost all the way off. Billy adjusts the ring skirt. Athena jumps off the turnbuckle to deliver a guillotine to Toni Storm. Let them eat cake, perhaps? But no. Mina Shirakawa saves Toni from the chair shot. Billy and Mina run up the ramp to Gorilla. Toni catches Athena, a TCM chicken wing for the tap out by Athena. Hell yeah. Toni Storm retains.
Hell yeah, chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Next up, we have a singles match for the AEW Men's World Championship. I want to shout out Hangman Adam Page. Everything I learned about Hangman Adam Page, I like about Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page is from Halifax County, Virginia. Basically, if you look at the southern border of the Commonwealth of Virginia, it's right smack in the middle. It is some of the poorest places in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Not already a rich place. Like, I grew up in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County. It's some of the wealthiest. It's like one of the wealthiest counties in the country. It's one of the most well-educated counties in the country because of the amount of federal employees that live there. And the situation, like the life in Halifax County is so much different. Hangman is the son of a tobacco farmer. He literally worked summers on the tobacco farm. A terrible job, like not a fun job, working with H-1B visa immigrants and some undocumented people in the hot Virginia summer. And now this is like a mix of like the coastal weather that comes off of Norfolk and the Delmarva Peninsula, and then it's also just freaking hot. So it's terrible. Dude works his way up through the indies, through AEW, but recently he's been saying it's the AEW Men's World Championship, because we say it's the Women's World Championship. We never specify that it's the Men's World Championship. We never talk about it being the Men's World Cup. We never talk about it being.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, so I think in the spirit of the C show, we're going to try to keep doing that. We're going to try to hold each other accountable on that as well. I messed up on the rundown there, so I'm going to be accountable. But he said it in the media scrum, like it's important for us to say it's the Men's World Championship. So this was a tough one for us. I love MJF. MJF was a guy where I was like, oh, we're missing out here.
Yeah, I've become it's funny. I don't know,
Yeah.
We're opposed now. I'm an MJF stan. I was looking at him and I was like, man, he kind of got the look on him. And then I saw the Hebrew on the side and real recognized real Jewish fella, recognized Jewish fella. And I look him up. Sure enough, we were born in the same hospital, I think, same part of Long Island. I didn't grow up there. I escaped being that kind of schmuck. I grew up outside Philly. But my family is all Long Island coded. And I read MJF's Player Tribune article from some years back and actually got to see some of his like actual real world takes. And I'm like, man, he is really good at playing an asshole.
He is phenomenal at playing
so
an asshole.
But he's a good guy.
He's a very good guy.
I mean, like, political, I was like, oh man, we align. We're from the same place. He's a 5'8" Jew. I'm much taller than him. I definitely,
What did he say?
I definitely have a similar physique.
He said, like being a 5'8" Jew, like this is the one place where I can be excellent.
Yeah. He said they may call me 5'11", but that's BS. And for those who know wrestling history, the fact that a 5'8" Jew can be a world champion, a men's world champion, is unheard of. And as somebody who is 2 inches taller and 150 pounds heavier, I maybe only 100 pounds heavier. I've been exercising.
There we go, Jared.
That's not true. I just want to say MJF is my guy. I really like him, and that's it.
MJF was one of the guys when we were watching WWE and doing a lot of WWE coverage, doing exclusively WWE coverage. MJF, Tony Storm, Will Ospreay. Like these were the guys, and Tony's one of them for sure, where I was like, we are missing out by not covering AEW. Learning about like Hangman Adam Page, Willow Nightingale, to a degree Moxley, and some of the stuff we'll talk about here in a minute is kind of getting tired. But there's some phenomenal talent in AEW. And like, folks, if you have not made the switch over to Collision and Dynamite and Collision, however you want to see it, you definitely should be. This was a phenomenal match. I mean, MJF just doing some incredible storytelling, reversing an oh shit moment into a roll up on Hangman, a flying elbow from the Hangman, MJF countering a buckshot lariat, putting Hangman in the armbar, catching Hangman with a cutter, then a DDT, MJF tombstone on half a table. I mean, gosh, the special guests near the end. What were your hell yeah moments?
Yeah, I mean, this is the best one-on-one match I have seen in as long as I can remember, going back to my old days. So I'll just keep it brief. Hell yeah to the fan who got an awesome selfie with Hangman. Hangman well posted up in the stands. That was great. Shout out to MJF and Hangman trading dirty gestures on top of the rope. Hilarious. Shout out to the double knockdown moment where they both took each other out. Shout out to the crowd chanting, "This is awesome," because it was
awesome.
And shout out to the them both trying to pin each other in repetitive one. And shout out to MJF using the ref as a prop.
Oh my gosh.
And Hangman cheated. My boy MJF would never.
Yeah, I mean, MJF hits that tombstone, which I mentioned earlier on half the table. He drags the ref back into the ring. MJF demanding the count to start. The count out with Hangman laying there. Hangman needs to get up, gets back in the ring at 9. MJF is stunned beyond belief. He's hit by on the steel turnbuckle and is now wearing the crimson mask. You deserve it. 19,000 people chant. MJF exposed the turnbuckle. Not sure if the ref has seen it. They punch each other up and go down. The hell yeah that Jared mentioned. The spit in MJF's face, countering an attack, but MJF brings the ref into Hangman's way. Hangman gets his leg up on a pin opportunity. The ref counted it somehow, but the bell didn't ring. The match didn't end. And we hear, "Reach for the sky, boy." It's Mark Briscoe. Security can't handle Mark Briscoe. MJF arguing with the referee. There was no announcement by the referee. The belt didn't change hands. MJF distracts the ref with the CMLL belt, smacks Hangman with the contract, but Hangman still kicks out of the pin. MJF is crying as he pulls another ring out of his shorts. The ref catches MJF in the ring. Hangman hits him with the contract, hits him with a deadeye, a reverse tombstone. Hangman rolls up MJF for the pin to win. 1, 2, 3. It's over for Hangman to retain. Did he cheat? We'll never know. What a phenomenal match. And it leads into our lights out steel cage match main event of the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay versus the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks of Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, and Gabe Kidd. I need to go to the gym. The Young Bucks, they've been dealing with production issues. Hell yeah. Dealing with an AV issue. They get bop, bop, bop. Some other hell yes from me. The canvas bag of tricks that I mentioned earlier. Chekhov's crowbar, baby. It was full of gummy bears. At one point, Omega force feeds a young buck gummy bears before Ibushi super kicks him, sending the gummy bears flying.
Hell yeah.
Allen bounced off the ladder in the corner. Ross goes, "It sounded bad. It looked bad. It is bad." And I said, Jim Ross talking about the C Show. Will Ospreay with the crimson mask, the mat covered in a mix of blood, sweat, tears, gummy bears, and violence. Claudio hits a modified Razor's Edge, throws Allen over the ropes, off the cage, onto the floor. This is not a hell yeah moment. This is a what the f*** moment. Jon Moxley pulls out a fork and then just goes at Darby Allin's ear.
Yeah, what the f***?
I will say, that's more damage than Trump's ear took.
And more real.
I mean, gosh, there's just so much going on here. I mean, you got 8 guys in a steel cage. Nobody's really tagging in and out. Claudio has Allen up on his shoulders. The plan is to send him through the table. Sia says Jackson and kicks Allen down off the apron. Mox getting a face full of barbed wire by Tanahashi, and then a sling blade on Gabe Kidd, and then Moxley.
10 guys in a cage, right?
10 guys. My bad. 10 guys.
I'm gonna say I
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I'm
9, 10.
I'm out here manipulating digits, and I'm counting. which Charlie's asked me not to do in the studio, but that's beside the point.
What are your hell yes here?
I mean, they're so many, but let me keep it quick.
Yeah, no.
Hell yeah to the Young Bucks ladder limbo challenge. Team Ospreay didn't do so well, but Ospreay himself avoided the ladder, got under, and ate himself a victory snack. That would be me in the cage eating gummies. Deal with it. Hell yeah to a barbed wire table. Hell yeah to there being 10 guys in the cage and no one in the ring for a minute.
That was wild.
Hell yeah for Moxley and Omega throwing their bodies at each other like a walrus fight.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Hell yeah to all of it. That was insane.
Yuta and Marina setting up more tables. They had 3 tables at one point, stacked up on top of each other. Who ended up falling through that table? Oh yeah, that was at the end there.
Hell yeah to Ospreay's swan dive off the top.
Yeah.
As an injured guy, that's crazy.
Ospreay with his bad neck. He pushes Mox into the barbed wire table, spine first. Ospreay then hits a moonsault off the top of the cage. As they say in Oklahoma, that's a bunch of men. Ibushi gets a DDT off the apron. Audio hits Claudio on the apron, and Darby puts Wheeler Yuta on the commentary desk. Darby, following Mox around the ring with a kendo stick, Allen and Kid go through the stacked tables. Tanahashi springboard off the ropes, pinning Jackson for the win. 1, 2, 3. Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Will Ospreay win. As Ospreay celebrates the victory and perhaps the ultimate untimely end of his career, the Death Riders attack. Moxley and Claudio hit back-to-back paradigm shifts and then put Ospreay's neck in the chair, ending it. Is it over for Ospreay? The Ops run in, demand the cage be lifted so Ospreay can receive medical attention. In the middle of the ring, Ospreay receives medical attention while the Death Riders escape into the crowd. What an ending. But I do feel like, as I mentioned in my notes there, this does feel like an untimely end for Will Ospreay. Will's really young. He's like 31. And he's going in to have this neck surgery. And it feels like this was I'm going to go all out and I'm going to go get my neck surgery. And if I can't wrestle after that, if I can't wrestle after I recover, I went all out at Forbidden Door in London, basically in my hometown, like 30-minute tube ride, I think he said at one point, from his front door. So it feels like the untimely end of his career. I mean, gosh, I hope he recovers and everything is okay. But it did feel like, we did have some covers here for some injuries and some potential, I wouldn't say absences.
Yeah, that's one you can go out proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Do you have anything else to say about that Lights Out Steel Cage match? Or Forbidden Door in general?
No, I mean, that was my parents weren't ponying up for pay-per-view. So I think that's my first time ever watching a live pay-per-view.
Oh, really?
Wrestling event. Huh. And that was awesome.
It certainly was awesome. It was my first time. Like I've sat and because I have Peacock, right? I can sit down and watch WrestleMania live. I can watch any of the WWE PLEs live.
Yeah. See, I've gone back and watched. I've never watched one live.
So Connor and I have been watching them live, obviously for the show, but then like just in the past, just watching them for watching them, and it's like it is truly, honestly, just fun to watch it with somebody else, and like there's the commentary that you have, the banter that you have back and forth.
I'm not sure if we noted it. The last 2 matches were clocking in just around 31, 32 minutes, and it brought the whole event to just like a tight, quick 4.5 hours.
And it just kind of like, it felt like we were like, I was thinking about it later and I was like, that was just like NFL Sunday, basically. Like you came over, we watched a bunch of wrestling. I made nachos.
Yeah.
We watched a guy beat the shit out of the other guy with a fork.
And then that guy got thrown into the cage, which I forgot to mention.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it. Trust me.
I don't listen when you talk.
Who are you? Me in a relationship? But yeah, here, listen. We know we've already had you for a long time. We're going to come back here in a moment and talk about some local stuff upcoming here. But this has been The C Show. Welcome back to the C Show here, everybody. Wrapping up, we want to talk about two exciting opportunities that we have going on. So we're proud sponsors of Bell to Bell. I've mentioned it on the past couple of episodes. But again, one more time, we are proud to announce that we are proud sponsor of Bell to Bell's Saved by the Bell, happening Saturday, September 20th, 2025 at the Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Our sponsorship includes Chrissy Rivera, Savannah Khan, Julie Rogan, Jess Sky, and Ref Gina. Tickets are available at belltobell.com/contact. That first Bell is with an E, B-E-L-L-E. General admission tickets start at just $16.88, a steal in this economy. However, if you give at least $5 to the show through Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/cshowpod, you'll be entered to win 2 GA ticks with VIP upgrades. You'll be joining myself and some special guests. And remember, if you do donate to the coffee, the Ko-fi, they say you can buy us coffee. You're buying Connor and I beers, and you're buying Jared Choco Tacos.
Choco Tacos.
And then another update here. We are going to have the one of the promoters from this promotion, American Excellence Wrestling, up in the Lehigh Valley. They actually perform at the Fieldhouse in Hamburg. We are sponsoring Leo Sparrow and Adriana Mosley. They have an event on September 27th. I believe it's called Don't Call It a Comeback. Tickets are available on AXW's Facebook page. You can go on Facebook and search AXW. I'll also include a link in the description. That's up in the Lehigh Valley, up in Hamburg. Again, Bell to Bell is at the Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey. They have an incredible list of alumni wrestlers. And then just another reminder about BCW Season of the Witch at the 2300 Arena. That's Saturday, October 25th, I believe, is the date. Let me just confirm that real quick. Yes, it is October 25th. That'll be, again, they open up the 2300 Arena early in the afternoon. There will be a costume contest. If Connor is free, if Connor's free, we're going as the Road Warriors. And then I'm going to rope Jared into it. We're going to win, folks. That's what I'm telling you. Is we're going to win as Connor and I as the Road Warriors, and it's going to be awesome. The card for Season of the Witch has not been announced yet, but we'll have more details to come. I'm sure we'll be seeing all of our favorites: Danny Moe, Sammy Chaos, Schlack, Nick Gage. He'll be facing off against Christian Cross, of course. But yeah, no, we've got some exciting stuff coming up. And is there anything else you wanted to add before we close out here, Jared?
If there's enough fan support for the costume contest, I will dress up in tiny little shorty shorts, and you can slide dollar bills in my...
He said that, and it's recorded, and I'm leaving it in, because this is the C Show.
I was trying to do it. I flubbed the timing.
It's all good. It's all good. Connor's never done that to me, so... Because this is the C Show. Of course you like the C Show. Make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share our podcast with your friends. Make sure to follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube at CShowPod. Any questions for the boys? Send us an email, cshowpod@gmail.com. Thanks to our friends Amir and Patrick for their assistance. The C Show is a production of 832 Media. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
The only wrestling podcast where 2 of 3 hosts are married.